Hey, Dami. Dami, my first guest. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, Dami. Thank you so much. Thank you. I see you, Amidre. I see you, my boss, Tolu. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you. It's almost 8 p.m. and I'm excited. I'm happy. Thank you. I'm looking forward to a very beautiful night. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Rania. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see you all. Shay, my lover. Thank you, Oli Sugar. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. I know I'm going to be saying thank you like for the better part of the day, please. I'm happy. I am excited. I'm glad that this is happening. So thank you all for joining me here. Hey, Mercy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm looking forward to a beautiful night. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. I'm looking forward to a very beautiful night. I'm glad this is happening. Glory be to God Almighty, you know. Thank you so much. I'm even more happier that these are my people. Like, it feels like I'm bonding. Ademax. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. I mean, you could have chosen to be somewhere else, but you're here, being the first time, and of course, you know what comes with first time. Sometimes you're nervous, sometimes like, okay, but I know that God is able to do everything. I look forward to a beautiful journey in Mindful Moments with Devabi Kopi. I look forward to a great community. I look forward to beautiful things. I'm all about it being wholesome and having an wholesome and wholesome life, which we can all have it all. Thank you so much, Eniola, for joining. Thank you, my baby. I appreciate you. So that's all I'm all about. And yeah, I already said it that today. I know that I'm going to be saying a lot of thank you. Please don't be offended. Thank you, Jimmy. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Toyosi, thank you. I see you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Mindful Moments with Devabi Kopi. Wow, thank you so much for being here. And I'm not sure I'm meeting anyone for the first time here, but in case I am, which I am not so sure of, thank you for joining. I look forward to a beautiful journey. I look forward to an awesome time with you all. My name is Bosede Kukulu, and why did I do this? I'm all about we all having a wholesome life. We all having a beautiful life. We all having a life that we are super proud of. And when everything balances, it makes us to have an awesome life. So this is what Mindful Moments with Divabi Kupi is all about. So you'll be wondering, okay, why Mindful Moments? Why is she doing this? That is why I'm doing this. I believe we can all have an awesome life. We can all have, that awesome life that we have dreamt about, that we know, like everything balancing together. We balance our health, our family, our careers, and everything, and we just live that awesome life. I believe we can have it. It's all about being intentional, right? So that is what brought about Mindful Moments with Devabe Kubi. And today, my guest is there. I've been waiting for her, like, okay, my guest is here. Before I bring her on, you might be wondering, why are we discussing wellness, right? Journey to wellness. I've realized that every other thing centers around wellness. If you are not well, you will not be able to achieve anything. If you are not well, you will not be able to achieve anything. I'm sure a lot of us, we've had our own share, like some days where you feel like everything is happening at the same time. You want to do this, you want to cater for your family, you want to, you want to have that thriving career. Some things are just, here and there. But then you are not able to do them because you are not well. And not wellness now, it doesn't mean that, I'm not sick, I don't have a headache, I don't do this. No, wellness is really more than that, and I hope we realize that. I'm not going to be saying much. I'm happy that my guest is here. Thank you, Olayinka, for doing this with me. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. Please send an invite to join so we can just kick off immediately. Thank you so much. Remember, today we are discussing about journey to wellness. Journey to wellness. Where do you start from? I'm sure a lot of us here will be like, 2025, I'm going to take my health very serious. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Where are you in that journey? Before I call you out, I'm calling myself out though. I'm like, I surrender. All right, I am going live with my girl. Going live with my guest. So I'm waiting for your acceptance. All right.
Hi,
Hey.
good evening, Bosse.
Oh
How
my
are you doing?
God, I am fine. As you can see, I am doing awesome. Oh my God. Thank you so
It's
much.
so good
Please,
to
everybody, please let me
finally
show
do
her
this.
love. You just to show her love. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
It,
Thank
it,
you.
it's so
Thank
good to
you.
finally do this after about 2 months.
Really? As in, man, I think that's a lot of story, right? Like, I'm just like, Inka, we are doing this. We are doing, I'm going to do this. Like, you,
Let me
don't
adjust
worry, do it.
this.
I'm going to do this. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
And,
You're most welcome.
okay. So you have met she's my friend first, and you have been my friend for years, and I'm so happy, and I'm even more happier that you're my first guest. It means a lot to me, so much. Thank you so much for being here, and
You're
you are
welcome.
here because I understand your journey. Like I knew your journey. So when I saw you, being the person that you have, like Oh my God, this is so awesome to see. Like, no other person can really relate with what we're discussing. Like, I
Mhm.
know everything. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm not going to be saying much.
Welcome.
I'm just going to leave everything with you.
I'm
Like,
happy to be
okay,
here too.
I
I'm
know,
happy
babe,
to
I
be here.
know. I know. Thank you so much.
This is
Um,
one of the things I love to talk about. So
I
yeah,
know, right? I know.
I'm
I
so
know
I'm
so
so
much. I know so much.
sorry. I have to adjust
Thank you
it.
so much. So,
You're most
I
welcome.
just wanted to, okay, all the health right people, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So, I just wanted to tell us a bit about yourself. What has led to your journey? Why did you choose to do this? Just a little bit about your journey and yourself. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thank you very very much. Being everybody. I am Ola. I am Olayinka Akintomide. Um, I'll say a little bit on it and why I decided to do this. I would
Yeah.
say sickness pushed me into this. So in 2020, after I gave birth to my daughter, I woke
Yeah.
up one day and I knew there was something wrong with my body. Feel it. I didn't know what was wrong, but I
Yeah.
knew something was wrong. And 2020 was that was during COVID. And
Yes.
that night I woke and I was rushed to the hospital. And when we got to the hospital, I could see panic on the faces of the doctors and the nurses, and after like my vitals and all that. And they kept saying, "Did you eat this night? Did you eat a heavy meal?" I said, "Yes." And before I knew it, they gave me series of injection. They gave me a tablet to place under my tongue. I asked me, nobody told me anything. They were just, down. And
Yeah.
it was afterwards I got to know that it was hypertension crisis. So apparently, when I was pregnant, I had pregnancy-induced high blood pressure. I had it for my first pregnancy too, but it resolved on its own for the first one. But the second one, I didn't know it did not resolve. And the doctor said I was supposed to still be on medication. Nobody told me anything. So I just woke up that night and everything that could go wrong went wrong. And don't forget, it was during COVID. And
Yeah,
most of
exactly.
the people who died during COVID had underlying health issues. So it became kind of a battle. I was always in and out of hospital. I was always going. They placed me on BP medication, and it got to a point they placed me on sleep medication because I wasn't sleeping. I was not sleeping during the day. I was not sleeping in the night, and even though I was on medication, my BP was still constantly high. I'm talking of 160 over, I can't really remember the 170, the likes of
Wow.
180 over whatever. It
Wow.
got to a point I started having frequent urination. The space of 2-3 minutes, I could go to the toilet like 5 times. We really urinate, not just though. It's usually plenty. Later, I said I was not sleeping. I lost sleep. I will not sleep. My eyes would be like this all through the night, all through the day. A lot of things were. And during the course of that, my sister said, "Why not try, check another doctor?" So I went to check. I went to see a doctor, and the man said, "If I were to do your doctor, I will not allow you to be going up and down. You're walking for." That was the
Wow.
statement. He said, "I will not allow you to go anywhere that with this kind
Wow.
of BP and you're on medication." I said, "I'm on medication." The thing Sha didn't, even with medication, there was no
Improvement.
um result. So one day I was just okay. I was not placed on sleep medication because I wasn't sleeping. I was placed on sleep medication. And the doctor I went to see said, "See, you need to find a way to sleep without medication. If not, your body will get used to, you know,
All
um,
the medication.
sleeping before you sleep, you have to, use medication, that your body will get used to it, and you will not be able to sleep without it again. So I now had to like stop using the medication, and and even with medication, I don't get to sleep for 3 at most. So even that 4 hours is luxury.
Wow.
Then I now thought of, there must be something I can do about this. I can't just continue like this. I have a baby. I just gave birth. In fact, my people had to shout out to my family. They had to. Everybody came through for me. They were always taking care of me because I didn't have energy to do anything. I could not do anything. Most times I would just sit down in one place and be looking. All I do is sit in one place, eat, take medication, and that's all. I not function at all. So one day I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw a post, a video, a reel by a doctor, Dr. Ariella, Dr. China, but our Instagram page name is Ariella Health and Fitness. And the only thing I remember in that video was high blood pressure is reversible. I was like, huh? She said high blood pressure is reversible. And I watched that video. I was like, this is not what we've been told. This is not what we heard. I watched the video, then I went through her page. I checked. That kind of inspirited me and gingered me. I was like, okay, I think I can think about this.
This is it.
Then another time, so during Auntie Page Enter's birthday, I know the blogs were like, it was her 50th birthday, and people were like, lady is so fit.
I know,
And
right?
are you fit like this at your 50? People were not like, I now went to her page. I now saw how she is always exercising. I say, I think the Lord is answering my prayer. It was just like all my prayers, the answers were just coming and things were aligning. So I now put in for a program with Dr. Chinaza. I did a breastfeeding mom, weight loss. I can't really remember the program. And I did that. I started gradually and I began to see a little bit of changes. Okay, in that video, she said, all you need to do is to make a lifestyle change the way you're eating, start exercise. So I started exercising, even though I couldn't do much. But, I started eating more healthy. I incorporated more veggies into my meals. I just made changes. Then I started a little bit of change. The first thing that made me know that, okay, I think things is gradually changing was I started sleeping. I started sleeping better. Unlike before that, my eyes would be open. I was even scared of eating because there are some things I will eat. People don't know that the things we eat have on our health and on our bodies. There are times you eat some things. There are times you eat some things you might not. Some people might not realize it because they've not really taken account of their body, and they've not. They told me, study your body. You need to know what works for you, what does not work. So that day, I realized that once I eat some certain things, I will not eat. In fact, I will know it immediately in my body. I will feel it in my system. So I started eating in fear. I had to cut out a whole lot of things because I don't know what I will eat that will make me not to sleep. But what, things started getting better. I started sleeping. The swelling at some point, the swelling went down. I could walk. The frequent urination stopped. Then I realized that, I'm getting better. Then one day I was like, okay, this medication, I have to use, I think 3 times daily, the BP medication. I went to the doctor, I went to the doctor. I'm somebody that if I'm in the hospital, I ask questions, we will come back. I won't sit down and eat things. So I went to the doctor. I told him, this is what I've been doing. This and these are what I've been doing. And the man was like, okay, let's give it 2 weeks. So he told me to be coming to the every day. So I have to go to the hospital every day. They check my blood pressure. So I kept going, and they said they start changing. So as they were seeing change, they um they reviewed the medicines on. So instead of using 3 times in a day, they changed it to like twice a day. Then from twice a day it became once a day. From once a day I started using like once in 3 days. From once
Mm.
in 3 days I started using like once a week. From once a week went
Wow.
to once
Wow.
a week. Then doctor will
Wow.
say, okay, you know what, once a month. Then later the doctor will say, okay, any kind of way, just use it.
Just
Just make
use
sure
it.
that you have it
Wow.
home. And it now got to a point, at least since 2021, January, this January made it 4 years. I've not had any medication.
Wow.
I've not
Can you
now
just by
in, in
changing?
the house, my
Wow.
husband will say, Before now, most people call me kerosene. I don't know if you've ever called me kerosene, but people call me
I
kerosene.
know
They think
that.
so.
That you don't
She does
sleep.
not sleep. I don't sleep. This one is somebody that you can call up at any time. She's always there to, talk to you, even if it's 2 a.m. there. But now my husband will say, Inka, you're now Jonah. You sleep anyhow.
I know, right?
I always say, please, though, God has answered my prayers. This is
As
the time for me
in,
to enjoy.
wow.
And
Wow.
when as I was doing it, I was updating on my status on
I
WhatsApp.
know. I know.
Because I read somewhere that when you journey, it motivates you to keep going. So I was always like,
Perfectly.
okay, I'll post. I had a lot of backlash. So I was not like, hi, people would like, you're showing off. It's not everybody that knows my journey or knows why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
You don't
Exactly.
you don't know where I'm coming from. Sometimes some people will say, why are you always exercising? I say, this is my own medication for sleep. This is what
Hmm.
helps me to sleep. I'm normally someone who does not sleep. But I've noticed that ever since I started exercising, at least I can boast of 6 hours of deep
Of
sleep. When I
good
mean deep
sleep.
sleep, I
Wow.
mean deep sleep.
Wow.
So, and when, like I said, I was always posting on my status on
Yeah.
WhatsApp, and people will say, "Oh, please, now you're doing this. Can you
Mm-hmm.
teach me? Can you help me with this?" So in 2020, was it 2022 or 2023? I was like, okay, you know what? So just helping people from just using my head and all that. Why not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
go and you
Make it.
train to
Sure.
know more, and at least I can teach people from the place of knowledge. You know.
True.
So in 2023, I became a certified health coach, so that I can help people through on their
As
journey,
in,
and I'm a
like, I
testimony so that people
know.
can have testimonies too.
As in, it's in
So that was
fact,
how I got
I know it's
started.
a lot. Like I know that journey so much. Sometimes when I want to describe you, I already have an image in my mind, in my heart, like this is how Inter looks like. And then the journey began, and then oh my gosh, man, you've done a great job on yourself, and I'm really so proud of you. And
Thank you.
no better person can understand it more than you. Even though yours started in the place of, oh, it was place of sickness, it doesn't have to be for each and every one of us. And I'm sure that
Yes,
that's why we're here today. Like, I don't have to get to a place where I would not be feeling well to know that I have to take my health seriously. We all do not have to get there.
seriously.
The fact that
Yes,
you got there before you realize, and I'm sure that that was part of why you do what you do. It doesn't mean that all of us should actually get to that
it
part.
does it.
And yeah, yeah. And I think that brings me to my next question. I have some here that, okay, for someone that wants to, begin the step, like, okay, if I have to be asking every one of us now on this live that, okay, what are your plans for 2025? I know a lot of us have it in our plan. I want to lose weight. I want to take my health seriously. I want to be drinking 7 liters of water every day. So I just want you to, help us. What is the first step? I know we're still going somewhere, but what is the first step for someone that wants to say, okay, when I leave this section tonight, I want to be intentional about my wellness. What is that one step that you feel like the person should just do first?
Yeah. Like I always tell people, health is wealth. If
Absolutely.
your health, if your health gets challenged, every other thing around you will become challenged. It will affect
Hmm.
every other thing around you. It will affect your family. It will affect your business. It will affect your work. When I say when your health gets challenged, I'm not saying malaria. No, not that kind of.
Mm.
Not when you have malaria or you have a head or you're feeling tired. No, I
Mm-hmm.
mean challenge. People that have really been sick would be able to. So I always tell people, health is wealth. You need to take charge of your health. There's nobody that will do it for you. You have to do it yourself. And one thing I always tell people is you need to find your why. Why do you want to do it? And
That's
I
it.
always
That's
say, let
mm.
your why should not just be, oh, I want to lose weight. Because trust me, once you lose that weight, you're going to relax.
Mm.
So your why should be more than, oh, I want to lose weight. Look for something strong. Oh, I want to always be there for my family. I want to be able to
Right.
run. There are times when we come and
Yeah.
say, Mommy, let's do catcher, let's do hide and seek. And you're like, I cannot. I can't run up and I can't be following you.
Right.
There are times
Mm.
you're somewhere. Maybe you work in an office and they take you to the third or fourth floor and the lift is not
Mm. Tell
working.
me.
You now have to
Tell me
climb the stairs.
more.
You have to climb the stairs and you're like,
And you're
it's true.
panting. God.
And you're fasting. And maybe you have to come downstairs to do something again. Let's assume you forget something downstairs. You have to walk back
I
up
know,
the
right?
stairs and you're panting. You know deep down that this is not it. I am not fit. So you need to find your why. What is your why? Why
Right.
do you want to do it? Do you
Yeah.
want to sleep better? Do you want to energy? No, some people don't know that living a healthy lifestyle helps you sleep better. Your skin,
Mm.
you don't even have to start spending thousands of naira
Skincare.
supplements and all that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
skincare and all that. Once you start eating healthy, automatically, if you check some store, you will see carrots. There are some stores they use carrots. There are some they use purple. Those are
True.
fruits. So when you eat it, you're taking it in natural. Definitely, it will work for you. So when
To
you
even work
find
more.
your wife,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
yes, so you say, okay, why do I want to eat healthy? Why do I want to start exercising? Is it because I'm not sleeping better? I need to sleep better. Is it because I don't have energy? When I wake up in the morning, I'm always feeling tired. I'm always feeling grumpy. Then I need to, start eating well, start exercising so that I can have energy when I wake up, have energy when I need to do everyday activities. Just find a why, find a strong why, and write it down. When you know your why,
Mm.
it will motivate
Yeah.
you. It will fuel your consistency. There are days you feel like doing anything. There are days you will see that very chilled bottle of soda, and even though you drank one yesterday, you still want to drink another one today. But those are the things that will make you say, "Oh no, I've had one last week. Oh, I've said I'm only going to have one in a week. I'm only going to have one in 2 months." You know, so you're dedicated towards it. But if you don't have a why, you just feel like, "Oh, I just want to do it. Everybody is doing it." You will burn out
Right.
because you have
Hmm.
days you not
That's
feel like
right.
doing anything. By
True.
the time you stay
That's true.
one day, there are days that I wake up, I exercise like a zombie. I wake up, I just pull it up, I exercise, and once I'm done, 10 minutes into it, I feel rejuvenated, and I feel if you feel, oh man, I'm not exercising today. Oh, I don't want to drink water today, Jare. Oh, all this drink water, drink water. Am I a fish? A lot of people, am I a fish? Try to always shout,
I
drink
know,
water.
right?
But all of these things have so many health benefits, and when you
Mm.
do it, and another thought people is don't overcomplicate it. Don't
Mm. I
don't
think that was
don't
what I wanted to
start
ask
small.
next. Yeah.
Don't Yes, don't overcome things. If it's 5 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of exercise you can do in a day, start. Before you know it, people that are doing 2 hours, they didn't start with 2 hours. People that are doing 1 hour, people that are lifting, you see them lifting the weights in the gym. They didn't start like that too. They did not. They started
Mm,
from somewhere. They started from somewhere.
mm,
So the first thing to do is find your why and start. Let it
mm.
push you. Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I really love that. Find your why. I mean, in everything that we do, if the why is not strong, there is every tendency that we're going
Hmm.
to get tired of it. And I love that you mentioned that um, your why has to really be very strong. Like it must be tied to something. Oh, I want to be fit for
Yes.
myself. I want to be fit for my children. Like even the one for staircase you mentioned, I can relate very well. Like for example, now in my office, sometimes they do something like that. Oh, they just wanted to know what you will be able, I mean, the escape route in case something happens, and they just want all of us to use their case and all of that. And then you see people panting, even sometimes even me, I pant like, oh God, in your mind you know that I am not fit. Like because by the time you start, taking a staircase, because a lot of us you're so used to elevator, and then small you just take
Elevator.
stairs, just two, you're already stressed. That's how you know that
Hmm.
you're not fit. Thank you so much. Find your why. Let your why be very strong. Now
Let
that
it be
brings me to
very
the next question,
strong.
right? Like, I know a lot of us, we've made mistakes in this LD journey. Do you know the common mistake that people make? I want us to just let us know. Maybe there's some common mistake that people make. Like some people now. In fact, there's this one that I heard. There's some people that will say, eat 4 eggs. Eat 4 eggs. Yes, fire drill. Thank you. I was trying to remember fire drill. Some people will say, eat 7 eggs in a day. Some people will say, eggs are for children. Don't eat egg. Tomorrow, you will see a proper doctor will say, this one is okay. Tomorrow, another
Yes.
person, like,
So,
I just want maybe one or two
drink
few
water.
things,
Some people will
mistakes that you think people make.
say don't drink water and all
Don't
that.
do you understand? Some people will say drink water when you want to sleep. Some will say drink water when you wake up. Some people will say take lemon and juice tea in the morning. Some people will say take it when you want to sleep. Like a lot of news out there. Just tell us few mistakes that people make why they're trying to live a healthy life. Someone is I saw one today. Eat
I think
7 eggs.
I think well, eggs is good though. It's good though. It's,
I
it's protein
know.
though.
I
It's
know.
protein. It's just that if I eat 7 eggs to 200 naira, okay. The thing is, sometimes we overcomplicate
Yeah,
things. We
yeah,
fake.
that's
I
right.
always tell people we have so many lovely, lovely food in this country. Eat whatever you want to eat. But what you need to do is you need to watch your portion size. So to eat
Mm,
your fufu should be your main meal. The soup you're eating should be your main meal. That's why I always
mm,
tell people your soup will be the main dish.
yeah,
The swallow you're taking is accompanying it. If you're going
true.
to eat your rice, but just watch your portion size. Some people will say, "Oh, don't take carbs. Carbs are not good for you." No, you need it. You need it. It swells your body. Carbs gives you energy.
Mm,
But
mm,
what should be mindful of is how we're eating it. So, like
yeah,
we always say, don't eat your carbs naked. Your carbs should not be eaten naked. Like when I mean naked, it should have some other things with it. So if you let's assume you're eating rice now, let you have lots of vegetables by the side,
vegetable.
more than the quantity of the carbs you're eating. So you're eating
Wow.
your eba, you're eating your amala, you're eating your fufu, you will be
Mm.
full. But if you say, okay, this morning all I want to eat is a salad. In the afternoon, all I'll take is a juice. Before you know it, once it's 6 p.m., you're hungry. You go and carry that big bowl of amala, you're eating it because you're we need to be realistic. It's because I'm not saying
True.
it is not good,
Yeah.
but the problem is it is not sustainable. So you can do it for like 3 days. You can say, okay, 3 days, all I want to take is juice. All I want to take is maybe smoothie. I'll eat my smoothie and my salad. But it's not sustainable. It's not something you can do for 3 weeks, for 1 month. Before you know it, you will burn out. So why not look for something you can sustain? Being on a
Sustain.
healthy lifestyle is a journey. It is a journey. It's like,
Exactly.
oh, you're
Yeah.
going from here to, it's like you're going from here to Kano and you need to get there. If your car breaks down on the road, you fix it, you keep going. You don't come back. You keep going. So you have to keep going. So instead of, oh, okay, doing something you know that you can't sustain in the long run, why not do what you know that this is my pace, let me go. And as you're going, you're getting better. So it's not like, okay, in week one, and this was how I started, and the way you started in week one has to be the same way you're still in week four. No, there has to be progress. So you make those you're making those little steps, and as you're taking it, it's taking you to where you need to get to. So
Wow.
yeah, instead of saying, oh, okay, I always want to be on it, I just look for something sustainable and try to do it. Eat your vegetables, eat your fruit, eat fruit. You don't have to eat all these exotic fruits. Don't be looking for strawberry. There's orange. There's orange.
Why are you shouting on us?
It's true. Some people will say, "Oh, I need this thing. I need pomegranate.
Chill.
I need no. There's
Chill.
orange. There's pawpaw. There's pawpaw. If you can't buy the
Oh
old one, they'll
God.
put it for you 200 naira. But just eat it. Make sure you eat it in a day. If I ask some of us now this week, have you taken any fruits? A lot of us will say, ah, no. But these are things we should take daily. We should eat daily. And another thing I always tell people, especially for those of us who are married and we have children, your children are watching. The way we are struggling, the way we struggle, our children shouldn't struggle that way. So your children
Right.
should be a good example. You should lay that good example for your children. They should know. They should know that, okay, this is not good. This is how we're supposed to do it. You always, in my fridge, there's always fruit. You always find tables, and my children know. I take drink once in a while, I will not like, but it is once in a while. I don't buy it at home. You cannot find it in my fridge, except I'm gifted. I'm gifted by someone I can't say no to. But I don't think you will see me using my to
Wow.
buy. Okay, I want to buy a bottle of drink. No matter how thirsty I am, no matter how cold it is, I cannot buy it outside. Maybe I visit my parents and my mommy sells drink, and I'm like, okay, but it is once in a while.
Wow.
Once in a while. I'm not someone who will come and say every day, So there are some people that will say, I can't do without it though. I was trying to talk to someone the other day and she said, if I've not taken a bottle of soda in a day, I don't think I'll be all right. I need the sugar. I said, you can get this sugar from other sources. You can get it from your fruit. You can juice your fruit. You can take Zobo. And there are healthier options you can use um sweeten this thing.
True.
Your
Yeah.
yes, you can sweeten your Zobo. You can drink Zobo. You can take pineapple juice. Pineapple is very sweet. You can
Even watermelon.
juice it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can juice it when you make there are some combinations you will make that you even be like, why am I now taking soda? But the problem is most of us have not found the reason why why we need to. And like you said the other time, it does not have to be that when you get to a place of sickness,
Exactly.
it does not
Exactly.
have to be. You don't have to, because the truth of the matter is nobody knows when something bad will happen. But the thing is, what are you doing about it? Let's assume something even happened. There was someone who was giving a testimony and she was like, she felt breakthrough. And they had to rush her to the hospital. I think she had head injury. And the doctors were like, you know what? You know what saved you? The lifestyle.
Wow.
That's what they told her. They said, what saved you is your lifestyle, because they said your brain is not as old as you are. That was what
Wow.
they told me in the hospital.
Wow.
Said your brain is not as old as you are, that your lifestyle saved you. That if we were to be somebody who does not, exercise, who
Careless.
does not
Yeah.
eat healthy and all that, who is very careless, that they don't think she will be alive. That was what the
Wow.
doctors told her. So what are you doing? What are you doing to make sure that? What are you doing to make sure that um you're doing your part? Especially if you're a Christian, fine, God is doing his part for us. But what are you doing? And I always tell people, I'm a Christian, my body is the temple of God. How are you taking care of that temple that God has given to you? How are you taking care of it? Are you taking charge of it? Are you taking, you're just careless with it? Something you should treasure. And you have this one body. There's no spare part. There's no spare part. So if your body breaks down, you can't go somewhere and say, yeah, give me that
Give me another
spare body
one.
that is there. Let me replace it. If your tire busts now or leaks, you can always change it, replace it. But your body does not have a replacement, and this is something you will use for like 90 years, 100 years. How are you taking care of it? The wear and tear of it. How are you taking charge of it? So,
Um, a lot to actually take in. Honestly, a lot to take in, and it still boils down to the fact that if we know the reason why we're doing something, then we'll be intentional about it.
yes, we
And
will
there
be.
was a reason why I actually started this thing with wellness. Before you joined, I was telling the people there that this wellness, it's you know everything about us is tied to awareness. I know how
It
I
is.
feel. I know
It
how I
is.
feel well. I'm sure, I've approached you several times. I'll just say, Inka, I'm tired. I don't even know why I'm always tired. I'm sure you've advised me several times. And I know some of my friends there can also relate. So you understand? So, and I know, and there's this something that when you are tired on all that stress, it even becomes difficult for you to eat well. And I think
Yes.
they call it stress eating, if I'm right. Like when you are stressed, you're tired, you can't even pick a good choice of what to put in your body.
Yes.
And that's why I'm like, give me one Coke, give me this
Yes.
one. You
Now,
just you just start
your
eating.
body will start craving for sugar, and once you take that sugar,
Exactly.
it's like when there's this thing, I don't know, like, no, there's this thing we use during Christmas. They call it
Mm.
inolorun. That when
Yeah,
you put it on,
yes,
it's just
yeah.
like,
Almost.
before you know it, it will burn out. That
Exactly.
is what it
Exactly.
does for us. So
Exactly.
once our body craves sugar, you take it. Before you know it,
Start taking.
we it starts again. So it now becomes like a circle. A circle. You take it.
Mm.
It's just like it does not last. It doesn't last. Your body gets used to it, and before you know it, you're back. You take it again, and it now becomes a circle, and it now
Exactly.
becomes very difficult,
To go
very
back.
very difficult
Ah,
to go back to where you're coming, to go
ah,
back to where you're
I
coming
know
from.
that. I know that very well.
So
Thank you so much.
everything still boils down to intentionality. You
Intentionality.
have to be
Yeah.
intentional. You just have to.
Yeah.
And another thing, somebody was there was a program I joined yesterday, and the lady was like, "Oh, I'm not getting any vibes. I'm not doing this." And they told her, "First thing, this is for you. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to help you. This is for you. You have to do it. You have to do it for you. And you need to know why you're doing this. If you don't know why you're doing this, then you're just wasting your time. You should know. And you have to be intentional. We have to be very, very intentional about our health.
Wow.
For us,
Thank you so
for our
much.
family, for
Mm-hmm.
everything
Mm-hmm.
around us. Like I said earlier,
Everything.
once our health comes down, every other thing around us become grounded. Name it, name it. You won't even have time. You won't have time for work. I was telling
Absolutely.
someone,
Absolutely.
yeah, I was telling someone the other day. I said, I think it was my husband. I was like, he had started jogging, and there was a time he stopped. And when I'm exercising, I'll drag him. Oh yeah, let's exercise. Even the children. they do it. There was someone, one of my friend was telling me the other day that please leave my children alone. No, I'm like, I don't force them. Once they say today they were angry. They were angry this morning that I didn't wake them up to exercise. I was like, you can still do it. You don't have to join me when I'm doing my own. You can do it. 5 minutes. Do it. There was one I was trying to do. I was struggling. My daughter did it perfectly. I wish I recorded her. She did it perfectly. I was like, really? I said, you know what? I said, you know what? From Monday, you guys, every Saturday, I will make sure that because by the time you get used to it, you won't struggle.
True.
Yeah, you won't struggle. So, like I was saying, I was telling my husband, I was like, this one you always do. I beg, it's too much. I like to jog. I was like, okay, fine. If you like to jog, go and jog. Then there are days I'll say, are you not going? He's like, me a lot job. And I said, you know what? If you want to go to the office and you're tired, you will go. You will force yourself to go. No
Wow.
matter how tired you are. If it is raining heavily. You don't have a car. You don't have a car. You find a way to get to the office. It's not like you want to go, but you know you have to. Do you understand? It's not like, oh man, you don't feel like going. You don't feel like doing it, but you know you have to because something depends on that work. So why are you not being that intense about your health? And if you break down today, God forbid. If you break down today, God forbid, 2 months, 3 months, at most 6 months, they'll find a replacement in the office.
That's
That
a
is
result to
just
that.
life goes on. So why are you intentional about a job? Even if it's your business, you're intentional about it, but why are you not intentional about your health? Why are you not saying, you know what, today, every day I will make sure that I take six cups of water? Why are you not saying, oh, every day I will make sure that I exercise for 10 minutes. I will exercise. And please, I don't know, maybe that time is coming. Maybe you're going to ask me this. Please don't say that there's no time. Please, I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I don't believe in. I don't have time. It's not in my dictionary. I don't have time because you have time to go to the office. If you can go to the office, if you can scroll and you're always on Instagram, if you can watch Netflix, if you can just with friends, you can exercise. You can drink water. You can prepare your salad, your bowl of salad. You can plan your meal. Yeah.
You have given us, you are just shooting us left, right, center, everywhere. Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry, it's where I'm coming from. It's where that is what
I know, right? I know. You see, this thing is, I think you said it all right. If we can actually treat our body, just like, for those of us that are Christians, we say our body is the temple of God. Let it not be just that we're saying it by mouth.
saying it.
How
I
do
will
you
practice
treat it? Do you understand? And I love that you said, I should not even say, people should not even ask that, where is the time? It's true. Like, we literally have the same time. I have 24 hours, you have 24 hours. Now it depends on how we're able to use it. What are the things that we actually pay attention to? And I love that you mentioned that you don't, you have to do things that are sustainable. I think it was part of my questions too before you even answered it. Build things that are sustainable. I want to be eating only fruits for 7 days, and then by the end of the second day, you your body is already your body is already shaking like I'm like just kind of hot ever. Do you understand? I know, right? I mean, I like build something that is sustainable. And while you were talking, someone mentioned that while we were discussing about Coca-Cola, I think someone mentioned that they recommended that somebody that has low blood pressure, right, should take
sometimes low sugar.
low
Yeah,
sugar. Is
sometimes
it low sugar? I don't know.
they
Yeah,
recommend it.
that they should
Sometimes.
take Coca-Cola here and there. I mean, I don't know how that works. I know I have heard about it, that probably when it gets to some level, you have to take something. But I don't know. I know that probably we can make inquiries about that. But I don't know if you know anything or if you want to say something about that.
Yeah, it's better. What I tell people, it's better you, for whatever you want to do, you should work with a doctor.
Right.
Don't just say,
True.
oh, they told this person to do this, because there are medications, they interact. So there might be something you're taking and you're not, like, if sometimes they say when you have malaria, you should not take food that have vitamin C.
Yeah,
You should
yeah,
not take,
true.
yes, because it's going to reduce the potency of the medication. So the fact that it was recommended for somebody does not mean it is
Mm,
so for everybody, because you really don't know. You don't know the person's health history. You don't really know. That's why sometimes I don't like to say things like this, because people might take it out of context and they said
they
it
should be
now.
taking
They said,
food.
wow, you can take it, and people will start
Mm-hmm,
taking it. And
mm-hmm.
another thing is, it might have a negative effect on one person, and it might not have
On the
effects
other
on.
one.
And
That's
there are
right.
some people that they take so much soda, and by the time you go, you check their sugar level, it is okay. Some people will take it like this. Before you know it, it's affecting them. Our body structure, it's
Adjacent.
different. It's structured differently. Yeah. So
Wow, 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 wow.
I
I
really
think, I
want to
think, I
talk
think
about
that's
that one.
it. Yes, I understand your point. The fact that it is okay for me does not mean that it is okay for someone. Yes,
Yes, it's not
Dimple,
it's
you
okay for
say no
someone
to,
else. Yeah.
please don't take
Self-medication.
anything on you.
You
Yeah,
you
no,
need to
absolutely no.
always be
Mm-hmm.
careful.
Yes, like check it with your doctor. I mean, there's
Yes,
not
that's the
sometimes even
thing.
when I go to the hospital, sometimes when I go to the hospital, they give me drugs. I ask them, doctor, please,
Yes, so
what is the name of this one? Sometimes if I'm not satisfied, I
I
go back,
go
I call a
I
doctor
go
friend,
and yes,
or I Google it. I
yes,
just want to make sure that whatever it is that I'm taking in
taking it
is
into my
actually
body.
okay.
I do
Do you
that a lot.
understand?
Yes,
Yeah.
like I
It's
said
not
in the
enough for
beginning,
someone to, yeah, it's not enough for someone to just
it
give us
has to be.
medications and then anything can happen. Please let us
Yes,
always ask questions.
ask
Thank you
questions.
so
Yes.
much. Thank you so much, Inka. And
Mhm.
okay, so please, if you have any question, kindly drop it in the comment section. We have like 10 minutes to go. And I want you to, I know that now there's so many people that you coach, that you tutor, you lead to a very healthy way. I just wanted to share maybe one or two success stories of your clients. Okay, this was what brought them, this was where they were before, they come to you. Just at least we want to hear more success stories, at least that is very relatable. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you very much. I have many. I think a lot.
I
They've been
know,
telling
right?
me to always put it on my page. I will try. I need to work on
Yeah,
that.
people need to
There
know.
was there
Yeah.
was one there was one that really stood out for me. There was a time I put out a challenge, and during the review, and the lady said anytime before now she used to have heart palpitation. She could not walk upstairs, and me, if you're in my this thing early in the morning, I'm shouting, go and move. Have you walked? Have you done your exercise? Are you drinking your water? I'll just pop in. And she said before now that she could not even climb the stairs. Like anytime
Wow.
she's always panting and all that. And I think that time I made sure that every day they take 10,000 steps. Even if you're doing any other exercises, though, I don't want to know. But that your
Make sure
10,000
that
steps,
must
you must
complete.
do it. And there have been a lot of people who say, "Oh no, 10,000 steps is I beg, it's just it's rubbish and all that." Me, I don't believe in that, because
Mhm.
if you can back it, okay, today I need to take 10,000 steps. You watch it. If you take 3,000 steps today, before you know it, tomorrow you want to do more, and that means you're moving your body. You have told
Mhm.
yourself. So that day she sent this thing in that she could, she realized that she could walk more. He said that whenever she's climbing the stairs, She does not have to pant and stay, wait for a while for her to get better before she moves again. Then the heart palpitation stopped. I was like, oh. And
Wow.
I think
Wow.
she also said that her medication got reviewed. Yeah, because she
Wow.
had high blood pressure, so it got reviewed, and that one stood out for me.
Wow.
I
Thank.
I,
I
I really
know.
like
I
that.
know. I know. I know. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Before you go, um, just tell us something that can keep us motivated. I know that we have our own motivation. You have given us, you have shot us left, right, and center, right? Like, and that's enough. Like, I'm just going to do a recap when you're done because you have said a lot. Thank you so much. But what are the motivation? How can people stay motivated and consistent? Because I know that the reason why a lot of us, are not 100% in this journey is because we're not consistent. Do today,
Yeah.
tomorrow. I used to tell myself, sometimes when I'm battling with all this, I used to say, I said, boss, go back to 2020. At least the people that are very close to me, they knew what I was able to do in that COVID time. Like, for like
Yes,
three
now you
months
used to
or
go
for
to the
I know,
stadium. You used to go to the stadium, you and Daniel.
I
And he
know.
said,
I know for like 3 months back to back, I was
yes,
winning. Like, and the effect was perfect. Sometimes when I see my pictures in 2020, I just but say, look at you, look at you. You understand? And I know that it's about consistency. That what are the things like one or two? Just share one. We are running out
okay.
of time already. Like something
Like,
that can keep people motivated and
yes,
consistent.
like I said earlier, find your why. That's your number one. Find your why. Want to know why you're doing it. And I said it before, please, it's not all about weight loss. Me,
Mm,
I'm plus size. Oh. I stand up, I'm plus size. I always tell people, skinny does not mean healthy. And the fact that you're on
right.
the big side does not
Mm,
mean you're healthy. The things I
mm.
can do, the things I can do, the energy I have,
I know, right?
the energy I have, the things I
Tell
can do.
me.
Seriously. So
Yeah.
don't. I always tell people. Some people will say, "Oh, I'm slim. I don't need to exercise. I don't need to eat healthy." No. So for you to stay consistent, you need to find your why. Why do you want to do it? If you're not sleeping better, if you're not sleeping well, please from tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. You can use it as your rest day. On Monday, just tell yourself, I want to do 10 minutes before I in the night. So just give yourself 10 minutes. Just do a little bit of exercise. Pick what you like to do. Dance, walk. You can do it in the house. You don't have to go out.
Mm.
I don't go to the gym. I
I
work
know.
out in the comfort of my home. You don't have you don't have to have all these big equipment. If I bring out, I'm coming. I don't know where I kept that thing. It was it is sand I put in ever water container. You
To
can put
lift
it,
your
use it as your
weight. I
dumbbell.
mean, use what you
You can
have.
carry your bottle of oil, use it as your weight and start something. Find your why. Why do you want to do it? Oh, I don't usually have energy in the morning. When my children come around me, I'm always cranky. Start exercising, start eating healthy, start drinking water. Drink more water. You will see the effects. Give yourself 1 month. Start with that. Okay, after this 1 month, if I do all these things, if I don't see any
Let
effects,
me see how
then
it is.
maybe I don't need to. But just start. Find your why. When you find your why, it will keep you going on days you don't want to. And when you find if you somebody say my oil
It's
for it
my
off,
iPhone.
cover it well,
It's
cover
your
it
fault.
well, tie it. And if you don't use the oil, the plastic you have used before, go and pour something inside, make it
I'll pour
heavy
water
and
inside.
carry the tool in your sitting room, carry stool, just look for something heavy to do. So as I was saying, find your why. And when you do,
Yeah.
if you know that you might forget it, write it out and
Mm.
paste it in
Where
strategic
you can
places in your
see
house where you can
it.
always see it. By the time you see it consistently, it will stick in your head. It will stick. and let people around you know. Don't hide it. When I started, even not even till now, if everybody around me, you know that I do this, I exercise, I eat healthy. I'm not perfect, but I try my best. So find your
Mm.
why. Let the people around you know. They will push you. They will motivate you. There are people that
Mm.
will call you up and tell you, when last did you exercise? You don't exercise today. You know drink water. People will remind you. When people know that they know that this is what you do, they will motivate you. Tell people around you, if you're married, you can tell your husband, you can tell your wife, please, can you
Uh,
remind me to drink water?
uh,
Or you set
okay.
a water reminder on your phone. I have a water reminder on my phone. It
Yeah.
reminds me hourly, every hour, drink
Wow.
water. So even if I don't drink it by 8, once it reminds me by 9, there's no
You
way I
take
will
it.
forget, except I'm not with my phone. Get get a water bottle. Always have it around you. Once you see it, it will remind you to drink water. Let
Mm.
people around you have people have a partner that you
You're
can say,
accountable
okay,
to. Yeah.
join groups. I have a group. I'm always there every morning. I drop my picture. There are times I don't even feel like I might not even feel like exercising. And I'm sure you too, you've had that. It's just that we
Oh,
don't see you again.
hello.
There was a time that there are times that people will say, oh, I don't even feel like doing anything. Once they see somebody drop their picture in the group, or I just did my workout, and be
They
like,
will
oh,
go.
okay,
Yeah.
let me, like, this one you did. Okay, let me also go and get something doing. Get people around you who can motivate you, people who are on
Mm.
the same journey with you, so you guys will motivate one another. Oh, okay, I'm
Mm.
feeling tired. The person will tell you, don't forget why you're doing this. You need to
Hmm.
remember why you're doing it. Don't
Yes.
forget.
I
And
love
they,
that.
they will
I
motivate
love
you. Like I
that.
said, get a bottle of water. Start small. You don't have to use 1 hour. You don't have to carry the heaviest of weight. Start small. If it's dancing you love to do, play music
Sit
and
down.
dance. It's a form of exercise. If you can walk. I started with just walking. If you can jog, fine. If it's skipping, just look for a fun exercise and start doing it. And when it is fun to you, it will not be like work. Then from there
Exactly.
you can now graduate. Okay, I want to start lifting weight and all that. By that time you have started enjoying it.
Mm.
And it is enjoyable. When you go to that point that you start enjoying it, nobody will push you. Nobody,
Nobody.
body, you would
Nobody.
just want it
Wow.
to feel like I've not done something today. My day
Like
is not
your body
complete.
will
If you have not
demand it.
exercised yet,
Yeah.
my day is not
Wow.
complete.
Wow. Thank you so much. Like, find a motivation. I like that you mentioned that let people know that you're in a journey. Just
Yeah,
like you mentioned, wellness is a journey. That's why I named it Journey to
that's
Wellness.
the-
It's a journey. It's not a journey like, oh, I want to target, because that's a mistake a lot of us make. Let me just reach like size 10. Then it's all
I'm good.
over.
I'm okay.
Then
Once
it's
I
all
start,
over for you
and
people.
when like
As
that's
long
why
as I
people
can
will
wear
say
this
that's why
dress,
people always say this thing does not work, Joe. Once I stop, I go back to where I'm coming from. No,
you
it's because
get,
you did not plan it well. You didn't
yes,
do it well.
you are
You
right,
you're
very,
just looking
very
for
right.
quick results. Oh, I want it. No, 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 no. I want to be a size
Mm.
12. I want to be a size 10. I want that size
Exactly.
10. They will bring
Mm.
burger. You eat it. They will bring
Oh,
this thing. You taste it. Before you know it, you're back to
yeah,
size
but
20. And the cycle continues. I'm not saying eating.
sincerely, it was because,
I
yeah,
always
I get you. I get
tell
you.
people, there's nobody who is perfect.
Mm.
You're not perfect.
Mm.
If you want to restrict yourself so much, you're going to miss out on a whole lot of things. You go out with your friends and you're not enjoying their company because everything on the table you can't eat it. No. But
Mm.
there must be a balance. There must be a balance.
Yeah.
If you're eating out, I always tell people you can do 80% healthy meals, then do 20% of do our ejekuje. And when you're doing your ejekuje, don't let it okay, today all I want to do is ejekuje. No, there's a way you balance it. If you feel like, oh, today I want to take a bottle of coke, you can say, I'm not going to take 50 cl. Okay, the 50 cl, I'm just going to take like 20 cl. that is where discipline comes in. You can decide
Right.
that, okay, I feel like
Moderation.
taking this thing.
Mm.
Yes, like moderation is key. I feel like
Exactly.
taking this thing. I feel like taking this thing, but I'm not going to take it. Because the thing is, the truth of the matter is, if somebody comes and says, let's say a doctor now comes and say, from today, you must not take coke again. If you take it again, in 3 months' time, you will
You
permit.
will just,
You will not take it. Oh,
you
that's
will
the
just
truth.
see.
You will not take it because you know that they've put something. It's not like you cannot stop drinking it. You can stop. It's just that you've not seen a reason to stop. So if somebody, even if the doctor is fake, is a fake doctor, you don't know. But the doctor say, this coke you are drinking, 3 months time, if you keep drinking it, something will happen. You will stop. So
Exactly.
what pushed you to
Yeah.
stop? Because you have seen a reason, So
Mm.
that's why I said you must find a reason,
A
find your why.
strong why.
Find your why.
Yes.
Don't be too
Wow.
strict. When you're
Mm-hmm.
too strict, you will fall off.
You'll fall
That's
off.
just
Yeah.
the truth. You will
Wow.
fall off. And when you fall off, please get up and move again.